So it's 10 AM on Thursday the 1st of August, and shaping up to be quite a nice day again today, which is nice. As you can see, the sun's just coming round. I'm sat at the back of the garden at the moment, and I thought whilst this little area is in shade, I would get my box of cuttings out from the shaded area down there and bring it up here and have a little look and see if we have any roots. Let's get this tub open and see what's going on. Looks like I might have trapped some foliage in there, unfortunately, but never mind. So if you've been watching my videos, you will remember me taking these cuttings at different points. But yeah, first impressions, if I move this forward a little bit, most things look like they're still alive. There's one or two signs of things possibly rotting off, but let's get some of the tubs out and have a look. So some of these Mrs. WP wood fuchsias have unfortunately rotted. That one there is probably okay, but it hasn't developed roots yet. And this one at the back, oh, that's showing some resistance, so I think that one's got roots. So I'm going to take this pot out, pop it down here, and get those ones potted up. And then we've got these penstemons here. So no roots yet, but you can see where it's callousing there, so that's going to shoot roots at some point soon. So I'm going to pop that back in there. It's the same with that one. So these need a little bit longer, which is unfortunate really, because I wanted to pot some of these penstemons up and take them to my friend that I'm visiting from Grow Tropical MK a week today actually. So I might just take this whole pot with me and then he can carry on rooting them at his place. So I'm going to move that one to there. And then what else do we have here? So these are more penstemons. Again, they are not ready yet. And also we've got some rotting, so I'm going to get rid of that. And some of that. And then, if I get rid of that rotted leaf, more penstemons here. That one's rotted. I think, possibly, that might have some roots on it. Yeah, so that penstemon's starting to develop roots. I might have a go through this pot and pot some of them up. And then we've got my variegated hydrangea. Yeah, so that you can see it pulling the soil up with it. So I think that these have got some good roots on. So I'm going to be potting those ones up. I will show you the roots shortly when I do my potting up. What do we have here? I think these are some star jasmine cuttings I think I took. I think this was of the pink star jasmine. That cutting's okay, but the other two rotted off. But I think if I leave this one in here for a few more weeks, that might be okay. And then over here, in this little pot here, this is from a Hebe variety that was growing near where I park my car. So I took a few cheeky snips of that.
And it'd be interesting to see if these have started rooting. Oh, they have. You can just see some very fine little roots there, so, and on that one, so I think I'll get those into little pots as well. And then my other star jasmine over here, they're not rooted yet. I think I will leave them well alone. And then over here we've got my clematis cuttings, the Montana grandiflora, and they're starting to develop roots. So I think I might just leave those in there as well. So I've got a few to be getting on with.
So let's have a little look at these hydrangeas then, because as I said, I think that there's quite a lot of resistance when I pull on them, so I'm pretty confident I'll have some half decent roots on them. So I'm just going to squeeze the pot around and loosen up the soil, and if I pull that one up, oh, there's two of them coming up. Wow. There we are. You can see it's built up quite a decent root system on there. Same with that one as well. That's ideal, that is. And on that one. And on that one too, so I'm going to get those ones potted up pretty swiftly.
And there we have 4 rooted hydrangea cuttings all potted up. And now I'm going to move on to something else.
Yeah, so I'm going to have a look at these Hebe cuttings I took. It was off a really nice, really big Hebe bush. So it's quite, by the looks of it, it's going to be quite a good landscape Hebe. So I'm hoping that at least a couple of these will have rooted nicely. So let's just pull that one out. I mean, there's 1 or 2 little roots on there. Same with that one. Same with that one. That's got some more substantial rooting on it, I think. That one's got some nice little roots on as well. And so is that. So again, I'm going to get those potted in.
So I've potted up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the Hebes that had promising little root systems on. I think the variety is called Hebe salicifolia. I'll leave a picture of it. I looked online and it looks identical to the plant I took the cuttings off. So I'm hopeful that these will develop into nice plants because they will be quite a nice focal point in the garden, I reckon. So right, let me move on to a different pot now. Probably I'll have a look at these penstemons to see how they're getting on.
So the penstemons seem to have taken a little bit longer to root this year for some reason. I'm not entirely sure. It might have something to do with the weather, I guess. But we'll pull these out and have a look and see what's going on. Yeah, okay, well there's one with a root. There's another one. That one's got some roots, but it's looking
a bit unhealthy, so I'll probably just get rid of that one. That one's just started to develop roots. There, we've got some roots on that one. Got some roots on there. Some on there as well. As I said, ordinarily I would leave these a bit longer than this, but because I'm visiting my friend up country, I wanted him to have some of these penstemons because he lacks penstemon in his garden. I don't know why, because it's a lovely plant. So yeah, I'm going to get those few potted up. And there's my penstemons potted up. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those as well. And then finally I'm going to have a look and see if that fuchsia over here has got any roots on it. It feels as though it's got some rooting going on because it's not pulling straight out of the pot, whereas that one, as you can see, no roots on that one. Is callousing a bit, but can't be bothered with that. Same with that one. So just going to squeeze this pot out. There we are, you see. That's got some decent roots on, so I'm going to put that in a pot straight away. So there are all my rooted cuttings. All I'm going to do now is give them a good water in. And then put them somewhere probably out of direct sunlight for a few days, just to help them acclimatise, because if you take them straight out of the plastic tote box and then don't try and harden them off at all, some of them, not all of them, but some of the plant varieties will just shrivel up and die. So after all that effort, that's the last thing you want, really. But yeah, as you can see, it's quite easy to multiply your stocks of different plants. I haven't had amazing success really, but I've still managed to get quite a few for free, so pleased with that really. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next one.